Howard, obviously you were so instrumental in leading the effort to get this man arrested. How did you feel when you found out that he was acquitted?
Oh man, it was tough, man. It was a great deal of different emotions I felt on a personal level, not even on a legal level. I mean, of course, we could never feel what, of course, the Martins feel, but I guess to put so much effort and so much emotion in, something that you gave your heart into, in order to get justice, and to not get the verdict that you feel would have been justice, even a manslaughter, verdict I feel would have been justice. To not get that, you kind of have a sense of, with all this effort for nothing at some point in time. You think that, and then also you have the emotion of immediately as a black man, is my life devalued? Just so many different emotions. I was upset. I was surprised. I was hurt. Hurt for the family. I was hurt for black men. It was tough. It was something tough to get over. Something tough to swallow. It really was on a personal level.
Howard, there's so much there. What do you say to people who say we don't know exactly what happened and transpired between Trayvon and Zimmerman? That if I were to play devil's advocate, if I were to say that this is someone who, it's clear that Zimmerman sustained some bruises. Could there be any scenario in which his killing of Trayvon was justified, where he feared for himself that greatly, despite being armed and Trayvon being unarmed?
In my mind, I don't feel there's any excuse for justification. But the simple reason is the kid was walking to the store and the kid was walking home, and he should have made it home. And Zimmerman's actions is what caused this deadly altercation at the end of the day. And I think we set a bad precedent with this verdict is you can have a grown man with a gun, with a hollow tip bullet, say on the 911 call, these such and such always get away, follow this guy. This kid loses him at one point, because Zimmerman definitely loses the visual of Trayvon. He finds him again, and it leads to a fight. He did everything wrong, and he killed him. So in my eyes, there's no justification. And yes, I believe it was a fight. I'm not one of those that's going to say, hey, Zimmerman caused his own injuries, or I've heard people say that type of thing. It was a fight. But at the end of the day, are we to say that Trayvon Martin isn't allowed the protections of stand your ground? Is he not allowed self-defense? That's what it seemed like it was. What was said to me. Yeah. Trayvon didn't have a right to self-defense. He should have ran home.
Well,
he was going home.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and that's why I think the manslaughter charge should have stuck. I mean, the concept of manslaughter and the charge that was brought against him in that case was just creating the circumstances in which Trayvon was killed, and I think that's hard to dispute. And Eugene Robinson in Washington Post, obviously, sort of one of many very important African American columnists in the country, essentially said, it's not that often you hear about people getting sidewalked. Like, oh, that guy just died the other day, he got sidewalked. And so the idea that the beatings were so awful, even in that situation where we don't know exactly, quite how far things had gotten, despite the fact that it was provoked by Zimmerman, that idea to me is